right, welcome to the beautiful Onion Creek Club. 27 great holes here in South Austin, legendary golf course. Omar Uresti, of course, our pro, and a longtime member, and lived in this neighborhood for a long time.
Yep.
And of course, Charlie Wilson from Callahan's General Store, powering our Central Texas tour of golf courses. And this one is it's close to home for sure for you guys. This is where you grew up, Charlie. And interestingly, we'll talk about it later after we play some holes out here, some of the best holes at Onion Creek. The 45th anniversary of the Legends of Golf, 1978, when Callahan's General Store opened, is when the Legends of Golf began play out here, which was the precursor to the Champions Tour. So we're going to talk and learn a lot about that, but a lot of fond memories out here, I'm sure.
Yeah, very much so. There's growing up out here playing golf, we had some great pros that really kind of mentored us and encouraged us to play, with Jack Gaudian and Brink Buttman and Jim Morgan, Ron Ward, just so many of them. But being able to watch the Legends of Golf as a kid, they were very inspiring and very encouraging as well. I got to meet many of the old Legends of Golf with Sam Snead and Chichi Rodriguez and guys like that. So Gene Sarazen even. So just a lot of fun and a lot of encouragement. Really good memories out here. I'm 54 years old, and 44 of my years I've lived out here at Onion Creek. So it's just this is home. This is where the heart is, and just a lot of good memories, and had older guys to play with that made me better golfers, being able to compete against them.
Charlie, you guys, your family grew up out here. You grew up out here with your family, but so you're not a lifer. You were in California, but then came here, and as you said to me, kind of Shangri-La to grow up on a golf course in South Austin when it was still a tiny little town.
Yeah, we were out here still out in the country.
Yeah.
This was the boonies.
And this was a true gem for anyone to have the privilege of living out here and the opportunity to play golf out here. The Legends, when they came out here, so many opportunities just to sit and watch and to see how these guys could play the game,
Practice.
and how they practiced, and just how it seemed so easy to them. But we all know that's not the truth. Golf is hard, and probably why we keep going after it.
This is a number one 516-yard par 5. Dogleg's right up there at the end. Yeah, just you're able, for the longer hitters, if they're able to hit a good straight drive, no problem getting to the green in 2. You just got to position yourself kind of on the left center to have a clearer shot in. Otherwise, you're negotiating some trees on the right. We have 248 yards here. Pin's kind of tucked back right. It makes it a pretty good pin to try to get to, especially with a fairway. A little bit tough to get it close. But all we're hoping for is somewhere around the green, up and down.
Roll out there, that's an eagle.
Well, we got our birdie.
The birdie.
The birdie's always a good way to start the round.
Living out here, that's what I love about this hole. When you play the original 9, you get a good chance to get a good score on your first hole. If you just keep it in play, you're at least going to make a par. Number 6 is, of course, out here at Onion Creek. There are 27 holes. This is the original 9, though, along beautiful Onion Creek. This is where Charlie Wilson from Callahan's General Store grew up, right up over here on the point. Is that right?
Yeah, up here on the hill. There's a little blank spot up on the hill up there. Used to be where my parents lived when they first moved out here in 1978.
It is also happens to be the site of Omar Uresti's first ever hole-in-one. How old were you, O?
I was 8 years old when I made my first hole-in-one out here. It was from the ladies' tees. It was 120 yards, and I hit a 3-wood. But I was only 8 years old. So this is where we're at now, and see what we can do today.
Got 155 out to the flag.
Oh, what's different from the hole today than it was back then?
Okay, good question. There were several little trees. There was an oak tree over here that near the cart path that didn't really come into play, but visually it made it a little intimidating. Then there were a couple other little oak trees short, about 20 yards short of the green, that you had to kind of fly to get to the center part and the back part of the green. And then there was a big elm left of the back part of the green that could come into play if you pulled it a little bit, and it would hit the tree and fall down.
Charlie, didn't you tell me you made a hole in one from your backyard from this hole?
Not this hole from over here, but it was to number 5. I made a hole in one from that hill over there onto number 5. It's my only hole in one. Didn't count.
Didn't count.
No. All I have is the memory.
You saw it go in.
So today we're playing it at 155 into a little breeze.
Bit of a putt here, but much like we saw at the Masters last week, always want to be under these holes, putting uphill versus Charlie down up there. He's got to put down the hill.
Side, he's on the pro side. Doesn't like the old home course.
Here we are on number 7. Par 5 that measures 601 yards. Really premium on the tee shot. If you can hit a draw around the corner, it makes it a little bit easier. I'm not much of a drawer of the ball, so I got to kind of skim the trees on the left. Hope I end up in the fairway.
Many years, this hole in the state of Texas was considered number one of the hardest par 5s and one of the most beautiful par 5s. Dallas Morning News used to do a greatest 18 holes of golf in Texas, and this was one of the holes that they featured. It had a few more trees in the day before some of the floods kind of thinned some things out here, but this has always been a very challenging and beautiful hole. Plays 600 yards. It's a great golf hole.
I'm going to go ahead and hit a 3-wood down there. Not that I need to, but we'll see how close we can get. 323 yards from the pin. I'll take that par though. Right here we're on what all the original members know as 12 original, or it's also known as 3 North. But this is one of our signature holes, just because of the beauty of the tee shot hitting down the hill with the trees. It's not a super long hole, but you do have to hit a fairly precise tee shot and get it in play. And then it just leaves your average golfer a short iron into the green. We have 105 to that back pin. So just going to hit just a little pitching wedge.
All right, gentlemen, good times at Onion Creek Club this afternoon. Played some of the iconic holes here. There are 27 holes, and we'll tell that story coming up. But, Charlie Wilson from Callahan's General Store, it was his idea, along with myself and Omar, to partner and tell the story of great golf courses in Austin, Texas, and throughout Central Texas. And we started back in October with UT Club. We've hit Lions and Mo Willie and Horseshoe Bay with the Slick Rock course, Austin Country Club last month with the Dell Match Play, and here we are now at Onion Creek. And when we first started this, we specifically chose April for Onion Creek to be the golf course of the month, because Charlie, you knew growing up that April was when they played the Legends of Golf, which began 45 years ago, 1978, and really a cool thing. And this is what we're doing, telling the history lesson of these courses. And this is Legends of Golf, iconic for all of golf, but because it began the Champions Tour, and where older golfers could play